What's up, YouTube? I am the Boss Gamer. Thank you for joining me here for another video here on my channel. Hope everybody had a safe and successful and good time over this weekend. Hope their 4th was great, even though the 4th we got a bunch of rain. Can't really do much, but Saturday was such a beautiful day. But in this particular video, I want to talk about AAA games versus independent games. You know what I mean? And how I feel about them. You know, there's a battle between the two. We can't overlook them and act like it doesn't exist. AAA games are actually, you know, obviously games that are, you know, games that continue to move the culture of the gaming industry due to the experiences that you might have with them. And not only that, there's millions of dollars usually spent on AAA games. And independent games, you have quite the opposite. You can have 1 or 2 guys working on the game, which is a blockbuster, but it's still an independent game because it was developed not by a company, but by individuals. Like, I've been playing Dust in Elysian Tale, and that's an independent game. It was said that 2 to 3 people worked on that game. And the game is such a great game that I'm surprised that a AAA company didn't pick it up and make it an exclusive, because the game is that good. But as you can see, you got a lot of AAA games that are coming out that really don't live up to the title of being a AAA game. Example, Watch Dogs. I bought Watch Dogs day one. You know what I mean? I pre-ordered it day one. Even though it was supposed to come out when the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One came out, I had to wait 6 months to get it. And I bought it just off the fact that I saw what it looked like at E3 the year before. And it looked really good. It looked really next gen. And I was like, well, that's something I can invest my money in. It's the first open world game that's going to be on the next gen console. And it disappointed me when I got it because it looked like the fidelity of it was scaled down. And they, you know, obviously, you know, had an extra 6 months to polish it, and I think that they didn't do anything with it. I think they just sat on it. Personally, to me, that's what it looks like. So, independent games definitely have a place in the gaming industry because we still need independent games. You know, like, there's not AAA games that are released every month that are like mega blockbuster games that every gamer is going to adopt. Like GTA 5 is like one of those games that you knew there was going to be a large adoption rate of that game for pretty much every console. I don't believe it came out for the Wii U. Sorry, Nintendo fans. I can't help you with that. But I just think that independent games, you know, at the end of the day, it's like the appetizer to your actual full course meal. Because even though they can still make great games that can rival a AAA game, you know, at the end of the day, some games that are independent, you know, they have bugs in them. You know, they have to shut it down and put it back up, like DayZ. You know, that was a game that was basically modded, you know what I mean, to become the game that it is. It was actually modded off the Armor game. And that game still has issues. And that game's been having an issue for years now. And it was said that they were going to be fixing it up to make it a proper game that can stand on its own, but it got so many bugs in it. It still hasn't been released to the mass as far as at least on consoles because it's only for PC right now. And technically, you know what I mean? If it's going to be that independent game that's going to rival a AAA game, then you have to have the funds and resources to fix it and to make it that. But I really don't think the people that modded the Armor game are going to do that. But who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. But I just think that a lot of independent games are actually surpassing a lot of these big brand companies that make these AAA games because it takes so long most of the time to create these AAA game experiences where you can get just a small independent company can make like a fast. You know what I mean? Even though I really have some, feelings about Phil Fish and what he had to say about gamers who bought his game and then put their content on YouTube. He feel like it's piracy because you're sharing the game with everyone else, and YouTube should be paying him a percentage of what they earn from playing his game, which I think is bullshit. You know what I mean? Because I do it because I like doing it. I like doing YouTube videos. I like creating content. I like playing games. I like sharing my experiences. There's no way in hell you can tell me that I still need to pay you after once I purchase your game initially. It's crazy. But I'm sure there's not a lot of independent developers that feel the way that he feel, and I'm sure no one else will speak out like that that's an independent developer, because of course you piss the consumer off, we vote with our wallet. And if you come off anyway like a dick and make us feel like you are a dick, then we're just not going to support your shit. See, that's what happens when you are independent. You won't have a mass following that's going to follow you on an initial run of your game that you're releasing. Whereas a AAA game like the Call of Duty Ghost that came out this year, it was okay, you know what I mean? But you still got the Call of Duty following fans that still went out and bought and supported it, even if it might suck or not. So that's the difference between independent support and AAA support. There's a big difference. But the two still could live in the same home, because those independent games hold me over. You know what I mean? Especially on the Xbox 360, when you are a gold member, you are able to actually get several games a month for free and keep them for free forever. And those are usually, majority of the time, independent games, even though there are some old school AAA games that are 2-3 years old, but the majority of them are independent games, and they're really decent for the most part. I really enjoy it. But until AAA games understand that just because you're throwing millions of dollars at a team to create a game with great content, and you want to do real voice acting, you want to do real CGI movement where you put the polygons on the person and the camera picks them up. If you want to spend all that money, great. But you also got to deliver consistently on content that gamers are interested in. Like, I still don't understand why Bethesda has not created, or at least announced, a Fallout. That's what gamers want. That's what we've been asking for. It's not something that we just talk about, It's a game that we really feel fond of. Even though it has a lot of bugs, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I have them both. I have them for PC, and I have it on my Steam account, and I have them for the Xbox 360. Both of them. So it just shows the support that even though the game, has bugs in it, put it out, because gamers are going to vote with their wallet. But I think that's where, you have a AAA developer that have gamers in the yoke, where, they can do whatever they want to do with the titles that gamers want to play. They can release them when they want, and I think that's whack. Give people what they want, because ultimately, if you don't, too much time going to pass, and they're going to go to the independent gamers that create games that they really like to play. Like No Man's Sky. That's a sick independent company that made that game. Not many people were on that roster to create that game. But what they created looks really, really innovative. I like innovative games. I don't like the same thing over and over and over again, or you get a new kick here, a new punch there, you get a new weapon there. I like new gameplay experiences. At least that's what I like. And I think No Man's Sky is one of those games that's going to be the next gen game. We look at independent gamers and look what they're creating. It's outstanding. But like I always say, I'm the boss. Leave your comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think about AAA and independent games, and do you think that could they continue to rival each other, or eventually one is going to burn out? Peace. Hey gamers, don't forget to subscribe to my 2 brand new channels. The first channel is called FPS Boss. On this particular channel, I'll be playing strictly and exclusively first-person shooters. Call of Duty, Battlefield, Destiny, which is due to come out very soon. So if you are a first-person shooter type of guy, type of gamer, type of girl, go check out FPS Boss. And my second channel is Game Like Boss. Game Like Boss, on this particular channel, I'll be playing strictly MMOs, action-based games, so on, etc. Games of that nature, anything that pertains to action, story quests, so on and etc. You can catch all of it on Game Like Boss. So once again, I'm the Boss Gamer. Peace.